paralleling with the surge of urban environmental growth and the explosion of the urban centers, some exotic occurrences have been emerged like the crow and the pigeon will immigrant to the cities and why? And this is come up with the question that the animal species is impacted by the urban environments. So some recent urban developments represent this intense environmental adaptation. Then there are some false ideas and some doubt that only merely a few animals have ever were apt for the environment of city centers like the crow that had been mentioned because of their highly adaptable to manage the social and the skills to apt for the urban central's life. And so the pigeon, by consider the walls of any multi-story and also the high-rise buildings like the cliffs of seas, they perch like on the branch. So there's some impressive and prevalent example for this transformation. But in fact, when discussing and studying the immigrant to the urban centers of other species, they are, in fact, they are come up to the conclusion that some the speed and space of other species when adapt to the new environmental changes in urban areas has been very fast. So let's come up with some evidence in the recent research. The first one is Emia's narrow leader, which target on study some small urbanized mammal specimens like mice or gophers. They collect the data of the anatomy of mice from during 100 years, a short time in evolutionary term period, and captured in Minnesota Museum. And when in comparison, compare this capture, she found that the size of the brain of some mice has increased very significantly overall. And to find out the mechanism of adaptation to the of the mice, she suggests that due to the demand of locating new source of nutrient that's very demanding for them. And so for facing and coping with the new dangers, the cognitive abilities and perceptual behavior has to be boosted and to adjust the city life like the new dangers and hectic pace of life. And over the Germany, secondly, in the Max Planck Institute, the Katarina Mirinda target on not anatomy like Emmy Snell, but the behaviors of urban and their country counterpart, blackbirds. And in conclusion, they found the birds which live in the urban suburban areas were often bold, but when in comparison to the country counterpart, when facing with some circumstances are exotics, they found that the urban blackbirds aren't so very afraid of that. And thirdly, some another biologist, Jonathan Atwell, with target on how animals respond to the urban habitants, and his team found that some species, by minimize and diminish the levels of hormones to coping with and lower stress or the hectic pace of life in the urban areas. And finally, the team of Sarah Patton, when target on the squirrels, another mammoth, is and found that the squirrels in urbans, by utilize the tails by webbing this to effectively communicate in the such noisy and hectic urban environments. So let's come up to some long-term feasibility. The first one, is some species of animal may develop which are in the unique color in cities, but there's no evidence or research that some adaptable behaviors may not be permanent.